So just finished off a massive leg workout, 2 days post Arnold Classic Australia. No better way to finish a workout than a couple of scoops of whey protein isolate. We got in there 40 to 50 grams of refined oats, as well as 15 grams of colostrum. Colostrum is really good post-workout, helps boost your IGF levels in your body, which is awesome for recovery. Man, what a weekend it was. It was super exciting. I ended up finishing first in the open heavyweight division in Arnold Classic Australia. Man, it was crazy. I set out a goal 2015 after I jumped off the Arnold Classic stage to come back and give it my all. And I said it, I socially verbalized it on Facebook. I'm going to come back next year. I'm going to take this title out, and exactly what I did. I dedicated my whole entire year to it, and I'm really, really happy with the result. In between the Melbourne Championships, Arnold Classic Australia, the changes that I decided to make was to not deplete as hard for a couple of days coming to the show, put in a little bit of extra carbohydrates, and hopefully bring that same condition but be a little bit fuller. That was the goal. Last minute, I ended up depleting for a couple of days, and with the Melbourne Championships, I did my whole entire carb load on white rice. So I felt like a little bit blocked up having the white rice. So I decided this show, which is, no one does this, but I thought I would try it just for a one-off. I'm kind of all or nothing person. I have to learn my own way. It doesn't matter what people tell me. I always got to learn things my own way. I did my entire prep on brown rice and dry oats. Now, that was awesome. Started off really, really good. I was consistently going to the toilet, which was fantastic, which is what I wanted to make sure that was going to happen in between the Melbourne Championships and Arnold, which didn't happen for the Melbourne Championships. But as I slowly started depleting the water from my body, the dry oats and the amount of fiber in the dry oats and the fiber in the brown rice really massively started blocking up my colon. And I found, coming into the Arnold Classic, doing the deplete for a couple of days less and putting in too much carbohydrates, I feel like my condition wasn't as good as it could have been. I felt like I washed out a little bit, and I really, really pushed to bring that full, massive package. And I feel like I just got a little bit too full, and I split over a little bit. My body started washing out and got a little bit fluidy. So I'm going to come back next year. And what I'm going to do next year is I'm going to utilize the principle I did for both those shows. I'm going to stick to what I know works the best. I'm just going to stick to plain white rice. I'm not going to go and do anything crazy with fiber or oats or anything like that. I'm going to stick to my plain white rice. I'm just going to put a little bit of veggies in each meal to make sure my body's consistently onto the toilet, as well as might use about 200 or 300 milligrams a day of magnesium citrate just to release my colon as well, just so I can keep my body going to the toilet. Yeah, but overall, it was an awesome event. Placing first in a prestigious international, the first ever international show open to the whole entire world was awesome. So it was a massive, massive, massive achievement. There was guys that came from Kuwait, there was guys that came from Sweden, there was guys that came from all around the world to come and compete. And I got to compete in the overall, which is the pro qualifier. I don't know where I placed as of yet, but I was in all the first call-outs right in the middle next to the guy who won from Kuwait, which is really, really cool. We got to go down in the audience and do posing in the audience with thousands and thousands of people watching, so it was such a motivational, inspirational event. I planned, post Arnold Classic to kind of do a really, really nice rebound and not blow up and get too fluidy and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it kind of lasted a good 4 hours. And then I kind of got over the rebound food, and I thought, you know what, let's just go and have a palmy or something. And man, when I got a taste of that palmy, when I got a taste of that burger, I just couldn't stop. So I kind of thought to myself, you know what, I'm just going to eat and just enjoy myself and get a few days of eating out, rebound, and just deal with it when it comes to it. And do the best I could. But I had everything from palmies to pies to pizzas to burgers, and yeah, we're still going. We're doing a lot of Rococo, which is my favourite restaurant in Acland Street in St Kilda. Doing a lot of breakfast there and dinners there. So it's been a really, really fun time. I'm riding on cloud nine. I won the Arnold Classic, so I can't be any more grateful than that. Now, my goal for this year, doesn't matter what anyone says, I'm going to come back next year, Arnold Classic 2017, and I'm going to win my pro card. It's going to happen this year. I said it last year and everyone kind of talked about it and whatever. I came back and I hit my goal. This year it's going to happen. Last year my training for this year's Arnold Classic was to bring up my proportions, make sure my hamstrings match my quads. If you look at my photos from my 2015 Arnold Classic to my 2016 Arnold Classic, my hamstrings were way off compared to my quad sweep. My glutes were way too dominant. things like my arms were way out of proportion in comparison to my shoulders. And my posing wasn't as great too. So I really worked really hard this year to bring up that overall proportionate package, and that's what I got really well, that's what I got marked on. That's what boosted my scorecard up. The judges said that I had a really well balanced body and a really nice flowing physique, which is exactly what I wanted to achieve this year. Now, in between this year and next year, I think the one thing that's holding me back, you know, from getting my pro card and then taking my body to that next level is my overall size. I just need to stack on another 5 or 10 kilos of muscle. So this year, it's going to be a massive year for me. I'm going to put on a lot of weight. I'm probably going to put on a lot of body fat as well. To put on a massive amount of muscle like that, you need to put on a little bit of fat as well and kind of get over that. I mean, it's going to be shirt season anyway, so who cares? I'm cool with wearing a shirt. But this year, we're going to do a lot of massive compound movements. I'm going to do a lot of heavy squats. I'm going to do a lot of heavy deadlifts. I'm going to do a lot of heavy pressing. I'm going to make sure I get my treatment done twice a week with Felicity from Northern Myotherapy, who works just out of Brunswick Dulwich here next door. I'm going to get a lot of treatment done through her twice a week. My last year, what I did was after our 2015 Arnold Classic was I kind of didn't get enough treatment done, and my body kind of, you know, got a little bit out of whack, and my body started getting injured. And this year I'm going to make sure I get right on top of that, and it's going to be awesome. So I can guarantee next year we'll bring that freak factor look back. My quad's going to be massive, my back's going to be thick, everything's going to be working really hard. So I'm super excited to get on that. I'm super excited to put on some massive weight. Also, coming to, you know, the last 6 weeks Arnold Classic, I took off my work. I stopped working with my clients and my job for the last 6 weeks. And I just dedicated my entire 6 weeks, my last 6 weeks, my prep to myself and my prep, and that was it. I've booked in my entire week regime from Monday to Sunday. Everything's formatted. Everything's systematic now. Nothing's going to be out of place. I've got organisation throughout the entire week. There's days for Chloe, there's days for Julia, there's days for family, there's days for work, there's days for gym, there's days for training. So it's going to be a really well planned out year. Organisation is on top. You know, I'm living here in Melbourne. Life is beautiful. So I'm really excited for this year. It's going to be a huge year for me, for bulk powders, for you guys, for everyone. And we're going to hit our goals. We're going to come back 2017 and we're going to go pro. I wanted to say a massive thank you for all you guys who've been supporting my 10-week journey into Arnold Classic Australia. We've had an awesome response. I'm really happy with the outcome. Also, if you guys wanted to download my on-season or my off-season diet, hit the link below. It's some awesome information, some nutrition information there as well, as well as some awesome food you guys can have. To stay up there with the biggest video yet, which is going to be called Operation Arnold, which will be a collaboration of the 10-week journey of the Arnold Classic Australia into one video. Subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Instagram.